We're in the first quarter play. It's the Patriots in control of the football.
You got the Super Bowl 52 rematch to talk about. No Nick Foles or Tom Brady on the field today, but for the Eagles, it's been a long wait to get back at it again since the loss to the Chiefs back in February.
Yeah, there's that works. Was it a touchdown? Is going to be a blast because the Eagles, they didn't feel like they put enough pressure on the quarterback in the Super Bowl. They want to really get after it this one.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. A little drink. Just a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 19 on the first down.
They were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
50 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Jones throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Now Jones.
Good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it. They settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing Jones. Complete. It's Henry. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on them.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Ramondre Stevenson.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots are on the board here first in the season opener.
That's just a great drive to begin a ball game because just about any head coach will tell you, we want to establish the run early on, and that allows you to really open up things from there. And not only were they able to do that, but they finished things off with a touchdown run as we just saw there.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay, because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing is Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well. Kick is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A quick pass out to Juju. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Straight ahead at Stevenson.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Through the middle of the field. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jaron Bentley
gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra.
There he goes, left side.
He's got the first down and more.
Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 64 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out come the Patriots. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here's the second-year back, Pierre Strong.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Jones out right to Bourne. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Straight ahead is Strong. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Now a give right side Swift.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rolled him right out of bounds. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Juwan Bentley there to get him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Jones now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Another nice play there by Reddick. More evidence that sometimes a position change is exactly what a player needs. Totally reinvented as an edge rusher instead of playing linebacker. Second in the NFL with 16 sacks in his first season with the Eagles in 2022.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jones on third down. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on fourth down, honors the punt team sending this one away.
On the return is Ward. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. But first down, Hurts. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Steps away to his left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Hurts.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Bentley. And the Patriots will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's gap.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Jones throwing on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw again, Jones.
Finds Strong in the check down.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere he looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. Jacoby Brissett, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Hunter Renfrow, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home. A touchdown reception. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. Player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nice run and some new digs for Swift, the biggest name to be dealt during this year's draft. Had some tough times in 3 years with the Lions, but the good news for him, he's now in Philadelphia and knows exactly how to get the most out of a versatile runner.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Once again, it's Swift. Down to about the 23.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Back to throw. Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This is fielded at the 27. Going to be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They go play action with Hurts.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. When they have the football, it will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Jones. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this down inside the 20.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Give to Strong running right.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Yeah, in the red zone, though. And an opportunity missed. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you...
Back now in Foxborough. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Now back to throw.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Pats are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game with a fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening?
Down by 10. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Here's Jones. He's got Henry. To throw is Jones.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Open man is born. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know